Well folks, TK Tex 1 here on a Sunday in February, and just been out riding with a whole bunch of guys, mainly on sports bikes, which is a bit challenging for my skill levels. But we're just coming out of Tyalgum. We just stopped there for a cup of coffee and a bite to eat. It's just coming up on 11 o'clock now, and we're going to head back towards the Gold Coast. Certainly some gorgeous countryside through this whole area. This is really up into the Gold Coast Hinterland. Just let those two guys who were behind me go past. A lot of the guys here, as I say, are on sports bikes, and I do not pretend to have the experience, the skill or the confidence levels to give those guys a look at. Michael can certainly ride like that, and the two guys ahead, Dave with his Ducati Monster. I didn't actually catch the other fellow's name. He's on a GS 500, and all of those three boys can ride. So more than happy to tail end Charlie on this one. Yeah, we've had quite a lot of rain over the last few weeks. In fact, areas of northern Queensland, north central Queensland and northern New South Wales, down as far as Coffs Harbour, have seen some flooding again. Nothing like to compare with last year, but still enough to be evacuating a lot of the towns around there. What it has done is really greened up the countryside a lot, which is good. I guess the next big concern with all of this greenery and undergrowth so well developed will be bushfires. But hopefully we won't see too much of that. Tell you what, we were saying there over a cup of coffee, some of these signs, speed signs, have been quite deceptive through these twisties. You know, you'll get one that says, 65, and you find that you really, it should have said 45 to let you know what the camber of the road's like and all the rest of it. And then some of them have said, yeah, go for it, 60, 80, whatever. And you could just sweep through them. And the other thing I've noticed too on the roads around here, particularly if, like me, you haven't been on them before, there's a lot of, what do you call them, just decreasing radius as it really sort of doglegs around on itself. So you go into one corner and basically find yourself in the middle of two without any real warning. And I don't know, maybe I'm just a little bit gutless or something, but I don't like blind corners. I'd like to know what's around the other side of these things, particularly some of the area where the roads aren't marked. And boy, you'll get cars and what have you coming up on the wrong side of the road straight at you, and you haven't got too many places to go. Sort of crisscrossing backwards and forwards across this little creek. I think it's sort of part of the Nerang River system, and then in and out of all of these really nice rainforesty areas. Let's let this fella through. That's what I mean about oncoming vehicles. As soon as the drivers see that there are no line markings, they seem to forget that it's a shared road, and of course they're basically pushing out into parts of the road that you're pushing into if you've taken the corner a wee bit too fast. Just look at this countryside, honestly. And into sunny Queensland, having just come out of northern New South Wales. It's one of the good things about having moved back to the Gold Coast. The hills here, probably takes me about 25 minutes to ride into the foothills of them from my place, and there are miles of this, just miles of these roads all the way through these hills up to some of the big national parks, some of the big dams up here, the Hinds Dam and so forth, which is a nice problem to have. What the rain has done though over the last few weeks, and it's not been so bad this last week, but it has left a lot of gravel and just basic crud all over the roads. which does tend to make the road a little bit slippery. I hit a whole pile of sand coming back the other way, and just got the front of the bike drifting, which is never a good feeling. Well, this is about my limit through roads like this. There's a lot of the guys I've been riding with today would be absolutely hammering these roads on their sports bikes, which is great if that's what they want to do. But boy, some of the blind corners and oncoming traffic and just the surprises you get on the road, like bits of gravel, I don't think I'll be trying to put any of those guys out of business in a hurry. That's a real typical Aussie house, that one. Old country house. Crash zone next 5 kilometres. I remember this stretch of road. This is where I basically fell back before. Yep, flowers on the side of the road there for somebody who's cleaned themselves up. I don't know if they do that in all the countries around the world. You often drive past places and see little crosses or flowers or remembrances for people who've died on the road. I don't know whether their family put them up there or whether it's just part of the road traffic authority. I think it's a good idea just to remind people. It might look like fun to go herring into these things, but death, it can be very close.